Welcome. This is your introduction to True Story. It's an evening filled with personal stories from myself, Darby Mills, and my 4 decades of touring the world with the most incredible bands, such as Kiss, Whitesnake, Eddie Money, Quiet Riot, Chilliwack, Lou Gramm, the original April Wine, the original Toronto, Saga, the original Harlequin, Loverboy, and Kenny Shields, Streetheart, and then a whole bunch more as well. We'll be playing 21 songs with some of the best musicians I know, performing the original songs and some classics by Janis Joplin, Led Zeppelin, Nazareth, Three Dog Night, Bette Midler, and Headpins, of course, Headpins. 18 videos that were made especially for True Story. So this is an evening of storytelling with pictures and film and a live band playing the soundtrack. This could be the first of its kind. Just want to say. And action. Right from the very beginning, I knew I was gonna be a performer. I remember sitting at the campfire at my parents' cabin, listening to my dad sing the top of his lungs. His voice would echo out across the lake, and I remember the epiphany when the applause came back from the campfires on the other side.
Didn't I make you feel like you were my own? You know you got it.
2 weeks after graduation, I loaded up my trusty silver AMC Gremlin, and with all my worldly possessions and a few of my parents, I headed off to Calgary. I'd heard that's where the music scene was rockin'. Yeah, I got to meet Kiss and Pete Townsend and John Sykes from Whitesnake. In 1984, I ended up over in Europe, opening a show for Chrissie Hynde and the Pretenders and Joe Cocker. I got up on stage and sang with Dan from Nazareth. I'll never forget that.
Now you're messing with a son of a bitch. Messing with a son of a bitch.
I think after a while, Too Loud started to get a little choked.
Just one more time. Oh, baby. Darling. Just one more time. No, I'm staying all night with you.
My last show with the original Headpins was in 1985. In 1986, I went over to Europe. I recorded at Eel Pie, Pete Townsend's studio with my... Here we are with Greg Walsh, my producer. He also produced Tina Turner's Private Dancer album for my first solo record. But when I got back to Canada, I got back with Brian and we put out another version of the Headpins in 1988. That unfortunately didn't come together, but I hung in there and got my second solo deal with Warner Music here in Canada in 2001. Happens. We're all stuck in our basements. COVID's killing the world, and what are we gonna do? DMP was on a rocket until that happened. So we came up with the idea of putting some songs together in our home studios and sending them over the wire just to see what would happen.
You feel your tree is breaking, just bend. You got the music in you. You got the music.
there it is. 3.5 minutes of a 2-hour show. I'm realizing that I've forgotten far more than I'm ever going to remember. So please, if you see we're coming through town and you have memories you'd like to share, come on out and let me know all about them. Hopefully, we'll see you soon.